Right. Firstly, Adam, this is cool because this is like your rock interview. Right?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I feel like for Australian rock fans, you are, in their view, either they haven't heard of you yet, or they think American Idol, so they mustn't make the association.
Right.
So I think what would be really cool is for you to explain your love of rock music, and also talk to us about a couple of the rock songs that you nailed on American Idol, because you made some very brave decisions. You did Led
Thanks.
Zeppelin.
Oh, that was amazing. Yeah.
You did Queen with Queen.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I want you to talk.
Kiss with Kiss. It was like, it was wild.
Yeah.
So surreal.
So tell us about what rock music means to you, man, and the decision to do some of those songs in front of, say, 35 million viewers.
Yeah.
And maybe even the nerves of performing such iconic rock songs.
Yeah. I think for me, what was really important was to figure out what my voice was best suited for. In cover music. And for me, a lot of like the classic rock stuff is all about singing hard and loud and high. You know, people like Robert Plant from Led Zeppelin, Freddie Mercury from Queen. You know, these are singers that really took it there. And Steven Tyler from Aerosmith, you know, people like that. And I figured that's kind of my vibe for the show, especially because no one else was really doing the rock thing.
No.
None of the guys. So I figured that was my niche, and I was going to start doing classics.
Well, it's fair to say, it went all right, man.
It went all right, yeah.
As a result, and you tell me if I'm anywhere near the money, Brian May wanted to have at least a conversation with you about being the new singer for Queen.
Well, you know, it's funny, is that was kind of a game of telephone perpetuated by the media. Brian May wanted to have a conversation about possible future collaborations, not necessarily like making me the front man of Queen.
Well, they just lost their dude, so it was kind of...
So I think people put two and two together.
Yeah.
But he was really cool. It was awesome to share the stage with him. He's a really nice guy.
Did you have a conversation with him?
No, we didn't.
You're busy, huh?
A little bit.
And then Kiss, after Kiss played with you, they've then asked you to tour, and I don't think you had the time to do...
They did?
I believe they asked you to tour.
Kiss? No.
Huh? Widely reported on the internet, and I believe everything I read on the internet.
As you should.
Yeah. Every
Good.
single thing.
Yes,
yeah.
I believe everything I read, too.
Wikipedia is an excellent source.
It is, yeah, it's
I've
verifiable.
found.
Yeah.
Good. All right, and then on the album, which I have here, Adam Lambert, in all good stores right now, some of the collaborations are awesome, and from our point of view, you've got Matt from Muse.
Yeah.
You've got Green Day's producer, Rob Cavallo, who's worked with My Chem and Paramore.
Yeah.
And so there's some...
Justin Hawkins from The Darkness.
The first track, which is insane.
Yeah.
So, Matt Bellamy, for a start, how does Muse end up in one of the world's biggest rock bands giving you a song?
I was beside myself when I heard that they had a song, and I you know, I've been a huge Muse fan. On Idol, actually, the version of Feeling Good that I did was their arrangement. And on the summer tour that we all did, I sang Starlight every night. So I've always been a huge fan of their music, and to get... I mean, I think that Muse is probably poised to be legendary. I think that they're my favorite rock band on the scene right now, for sure. Yeah.
Well, yeah, and I worked at a London radio station in 1999.
Yeah.
And we had their EP. We were playing their EP.
Exactly, yeah.
And we thought, you know, this is something special. They were like a Radiohead. At the time, everyone thought it was Radiohead ripoff, but then they found their own voice.
Yeah.
And now.
Yeah. And they definitely have their own sound. They've carved it out. All those arpeggios and his voice, Matt Bellamy's voice is like just beautiful.
Yeah.
One of the best singers in the biz.
I'm glad we got to talk about that, and now we're going to move from credible music to a not very credible online feature.
Yeah.
It's a little something we call First Time, and welcome to First Time.
Well, thank you. It's good to be here.
First album you ever bought?
First album I ever bought was Paula Abdul.
Wow.
Shut Up and Dance remixes. It was the remix like EP. It was a cassette.
That wasn't the duet you did with the cat, was it? That wasn't on that one.
Yeah, I think that was on there,
Wow.
remixed. Yeah. Opposites Attract.
How about that?
Yeah, I think I was 9.
Wow. And did she know at the time when she was judging you on Idol that her record was the first record you ever
Yeah,
bought?
I told her, and it was also the first tour I ever went to. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that was the first gig. So there's two answers in one question there. First gig was also Paula Abdul.
Yeah. So it was a pretty full circle moment when I got up there, and I was like, what? It's crazy.
What about your first car?
My first car was a Volvo station wagon.
Well, that's really nerdy, man.
Yeah, it was super nerdy. I was really embarrassed to drive it to school.
And how long did you have to drive it for?
Until I crashed it.
Good.
And wrecked it.
But they're known for their safety, so clearly...
I was okay, but the car was not.
Right.
The front end, it looked like just like it got squished.
And what would you drive now? So from the Volvo, a few years have gone on, you're probably doing okay financially. What do you...
You know, I got a free car because of Idol.
Oh, yeah, a Ford.
Yeah, a Ford. And between you and I, they gave me a Focus on camera. but I got a Mustang out of the deal.
Yeah,
a black Mustang convertible.
that's nice.
Yeah, 2010. It's pretty cool.
I reckon it had some serious like cup holders in it.
Yeah, and it's a V8 and it's snarly and makes a lot of noise and it's a cool car.
That could be an exclusive. And Ford, if you're watching, look, he still loves the Focus. It's a wonderful car.
Environmentally friendly.
Oh, as opposed to
Right.
the Mustang, which.
But the Mustang just suits me better.
Good.
With my style.
Very, very, very cool. And first kiss.
First kiss was with this girl named BJ, and I was 14.
So it was just a kiss? Or?
Yeah, even though her name was BJ. It was Bridget Jean, I swear to God.
Okay.
That's what it stood for. And when I told my mom her name was BJ, my mom went, "What? Her name's what?" So
You had what?
Yeah, you're what? Who?
And
What?
where was BJ? Was it a high school dance or like where?
No,
were you?
she was involved with the theater group that I was in.
Oh, that's very intelligent. Okay, and so you just kissed her after what play did you perform?
Oh no, it was. I mean, it was during rehearsal, and then we took a drive to the beach, and yeah.
Wow, what beach was
She
it?
gave me my first cigarette, and I'm the first person I ever made out with. 14. It was at beach in San Diego, where I grew up.
How cute. Well, there you
Yeah.
go. Thanks for playing first
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
Now, when I put your name out on Twitter, I just said, hey, big fan of @Adam Lambert, right? Mm-hmm. I didn't realize that on Twitter, when you put @Adam Lambert, you basically just get assaulted by people.
Yeah, it's intense. It's intense. There's a lot of people want to know how do what's your association and
Yeah,
it's
I
intense.
felt raped in some way. But one of the things I did ask Adam, and not for this to be awkward, was I made the point that, look, I'm a father, I'm a straight guy, big fan of his work, love the album, love his vocals, and I said, should I ask him out on a date?
Why would a straight father ask me out on a date?
Some complications with the marriage, but that's not
Oh, really?
that's not for this
sorry to hear
forum.
that. Well, it's a good weekend for that. Yeah, this past weekend here.
For complications with marriages.
Yeah, if you're having complications with marriage and you want to go out with like a dude, it's
Is
probably
that-
the right weekend. It's Mardi Gras, right?
Well, it was. Mardi Gras is
It was.
over, but
Just ended.
I wonder if, for me, Mardi Gras is still going, I guess.
Maybe it is.
Wow.
Or maybe it's just beginning.
Wow. Well, we're going better than I thought, because I did say if I was going to turn for a dude, it would be you.
Thanks. That's a really great compliment. I
And
appreciate
so
that.
there's a showcase. I think there's a little showcase you're doing. We can't disclose the location because obviously people would go mad.
Yeah,
but there's a
and
little
that's tonight.
industry showcase in a little hotel, and like maybe we could just grab like a bite to dinner after the show, like just like a little Chinese meal or something.
Well, I mean, contrary to popular belief, not all gay guys. It doesn't quite work that way. Just because you're gay doesn't mean you just date any dude.
Yeah. So
it's
what I
kind
had
of
to...
like regular straight people.
No, and
It's
that's what I
kinda similar.
thought. Like we spoke. Well, I felt like a real connection there for 6 or 7
I mean, the
minutes.
chemistry is good. It is good. Yeah.
So
yeah.
so how do I follow
You're
up?
actually a little old for me. Sorry, it's true.
That hurt.
Oh,
I mean,
well,
seriously,
it's
I
true.
am 22, and that hurts.
Well, listen, I'm 28, and I just they have to be real pretty. You're too masculine for me.
Yeah, that's what I was told. That's what they said on Twitter, actually. Some of them said you're not his
Yeah.
type.
Yeah, you have like
Don't-
a beard. You have like a beard.
You're gonna get rejected.
It scares me a little bit.
All right.
I'll get like burn on my face. The like facial hair burn.
razor burn.
Razor. Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
can't. No, I like
so
soft skin.
so a few things. I need to look younger. I need to shave. We need to get to know each other a little bit more. Maybe on the next tour.
You might need to wear a little eyeliner.
I'm happy to do that.
Oh well, good.
Yeah, because
good.
that's kind of rock and roll. A lot of rock and roll guys do that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that gives me. Is that a rejection, or is that more? Maybe down the track there might be an opportunity for
Yeah,
us.
it's more like constructive criticism.
Thank
Think
you.
of me as a judge on American Idol.
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's how I can work on my game.
Yes.
So it's not a no. It's not a yes.
It was a little pitchy for me, dog.
Great. Thanks,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
All right. Well, very cool to talk to you now. I'm going to quickly go back to music because I'm blushing right now. I'll be honest with you. It was that picture that did it, by the way. That was for me. That closed the deal. Where do you find those?
Some designer made it. We did the album shoot and the stylist brought it. It was
Do you have
just
like
cool.
do you have a spare pair? Because I would love. I don't know.
No.
Can I just?
I had to give it back.
If I was to go to the grocery store just with wearing those, just as an everyday thing.
Yeah, it's great for picking up like lemons, limes. It doesn't fall through. It's like
Cool.
It's like a basket.
Is there a bottle opener? Is that a bottle opener
It
there?
could
you
be.
can,
Yeah, it's a utility.
What would
it's
you
a
call that?
utility hand ring jewelry situation.
Is that a?
It's like a Swiss Army knife wrapped around your hand.
That
you
is
can do a lot
useful.
with
You
it.
could
Yeah.
market that.
You could open cans probably.
That is handy, isn't it?
And like I said, these chains, it's kind of like a net. You can hold more.
Well,
You
you
know.
could like weigh the vegetables in there on a sort of per kilo.
Exactly,
You know.
and it's almost like having webbed feet. It's great for swimming. You know, any sort of like wading through anything. It gives a little more, surface area.
Yeah. Well, if any investors are watching, this is a business opportunity.
It is.
The Adam Lambert.
It could be the next Snuggie.
It's the next Snuggie. We haven't even, in fact, don't name it. We've got to trademark that.
Okay.
Very exciting, man. Looking forward to seeing the little showcase.
Yeah.
And then now the tracks that I reckon the rockers are going to love.
Yeah,
I mean, it's an eclectic. We like all styles of music, but the rockers are going to love what songs. They need to get onto iTunes
that's the
now.
thing is that like there's certain songs that are definitely more rock. Aftermath is a total rock song.
Yeah.
Time for Miracles is a total rock song. Sleepwalker has like kind of a blend in it. There's a lot of guitar. Surefire Winners is another that kind of like blends like kind of an urban beat with a lot of electric guitar.
Cool.
A lot of rock sounds. Strut has like a great rock riff in it. What Do You Want From Me has a great riff in it. Music Again.
That's awesome. With
Music Again's definitely a
Justin's
rocker.
little vocal stylings in there too.
Yeah, totally. Definitely
Okay.
darkness flavored. And that's the thing is like a lot of them have a lot of rock in them, but then we also put a lot of like electric production behind it.
Which is cool. I mean, I think this is, Triple M is celebrating its 30th anniversary, and I think we all need to move on with what we feel rock. How would you define rock and roll?
Well, my thing is I think it's all about the spirit of rock and roll, which isn't necessarily about the production sound. It's about the attitude.
Yeah.
It's about the approach. And I think that that's something that was really important to me, is to just be who I am, over the top or not, just do my thing, be comfortable in my own skin, and not make any apologies, which to me is rock and roll.
And a quick one before we go, because I am also here in my unusual capacity as a correspondent for Ugly Phil and his night show. There's a guy called Ugly Phil. He's,
is he ugly?
He's really unattractive, actually.
Yeah.
Although he is clean shaven.
Well, maybe...
He wears a bit
Well,
of
in that
makeup,
case, yeah.
but really old. Like, he doesn't tell his audience, but he's probably in his mid-40s.
Yeah, it's too old.
His audience think he's in his late 20s, but he's actually in his mid-40s.
That's too old for me.
The question I have, Phil loved the way that you went about the scandalous performance in the US, where there was a lot of comeback on the performance, where there was some guy kissing and some girl kissing, and what he loved. And now here's a guy who is very... I was stunned when he said he wanted my interview on his show, because he's a real pure rock guy. He hates American Idol, hates manufactured pop music, but he was genuinely excited that I was talking to you.
Right on, cool.
And so he wanted me to chat to you for his show. As far as how you went about that particular event, we know what went down. You could just YouTube it to see it.
Yeah.
But basically, whether or not you felt any regret, or whether you just don't care, you perform, you do what you do, just not having a huge regard for the establishment, I guess, is what.
Well, yeah, clearly I don't, because I did what I did. I think the only thing I didn't realize people were going to get so upset by it. But again, I don't have any regrets, and I didn't make any apologies, because I stand behind what I did. I was like, so you either like it or you don't like it.
Well, that's what he liked about it too, man. Now, has there been any repercussions for you? Have you been told that you're banned from anything as a result of that? I
think on the short term there was a little bit of an issue that the network kind of pulled me from a couple things immediately following, but I think it's all fading out now.
Yeah, definitely, man.
Yeah.
Keep doing